Hello, friends. It is Stamp Together Saturday, and I am thrilled to be with you virtually, but not live this morning. Thanks to technology, we can still be together and create a super cute card. You're going to love this. But I am at my craft show here in town, the town where I live. For those of you in the area, Jefferson School, come and check us out. We will be there till 2 o'clock today, and I hope things are going well. But in the meantime, let's get this card made. I think you're really going to like it. And it uses that fancy designer series paper that comes 6x6, which unfortunately is not currently available. Sorry to say, but it'll go on your list right away, and you'll be able to get it when it comes in, which I think is next week. So let's make this really cute card. Can't wait to show you. This past week for project number 6 of the 12 projects of Christmas, I used this super sweet A Little Cheer stamp set, and actually the punches too. So it was a bundle, and I decided as long as we're using it once this week, we may as well use it twice. And so I'm going to pull out the stocking and the tree punches for our card today, and then we will complete the card using, all right, are you ready? I think I can do this. Christmas Tags and More mix and match 6x6 specialty designer series paper. Oh, I hope I got that right. But I took 2 strips of it. Remember a few weeks ago, I did a What's Up Stampers Plus with this paper. We've also used it for our Stamp Together Saturday many weeks ago now. But today I'm just grabbing a few strips from the paper with our A Little Cheer stamp set. So let's start with those strips of paper. I can't grab anything. What in the heck is going on? All right, so we're going to line these up. You can decide the order in which you want them, but they're just going to go like so. But I do want to check to make sure my 1-inch squares are going to go without bumping into each other. So it looks like I'm going to need to spread them out just a little bit more. It's good to test that so that you don't get everything down and go, oh, I don't like that. So just make sure everything is well spread out here. I'm going to start the bottom strip lower than to the top. Does that make sense? I want it lower just for my visual purposes here. Okay, so let's just start because it's going to be easier that way. We're going to take our Stampin' Seal and get our first strip down at the bottom. Then it'll just all come together, right? So I am using a brand new embossing folder here that I didn't talk about yet. It is the Beautiful Designs, Beautiful something. If you run out of names for your embossing folders, you just say, oh, it's a beautiful design. And then you're good. Oh gosh. Okay, then I'm going to add my strips. So here's where you can get your creative juices flowing a little bit. I am going to adhere these down and not stamp on them because I am using my punched pieces from A Little Cheer to add to that. So I'm going to pop this up, and then I will be stamping my image that will go on here as well. The next one, however, I am going to do a little bit different because I'm going to put my sentiment on the next one. So first things first, get my strip down, test out my 1-inch. Oh, that's way too much. way too much. Test out my 1-inch square. Perfect. And then that I will want to stamp with my sentiment before I do anything else. All right, I've got my little Merry Christmas from A Little Cheer stamp set. And oops, we'll do Merry first. And then we'll flip it over. I've got them mounted back to back here. Don't put your finger in the ink. That will not end well. And then my Christmas, it fits perfectly on the 1 inch, which I'm really grateful for because I thought that was going to end poorly. And then we're going to add our dimensionals. Pop that up. So you'll want to do any stamping that you're going to do on your squares before you mount them on your card. Okay, but there it is so far. And then we've got one more strip here of Designer Series paper. And you can kind of eyeball that it's about the same space here. If you want to get out your ruler, I'm not going to judge you, but I'm also not going to follow your lead. So, all right, that looks pretty good. And then once again, we'll pop this one up. Now you'll want, just to reiterate, you'll want to do your stamping first, or you'll have some issues. But I'm going to do it differently because I'm going to use a punch. So, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I'm going to get out my Real Red, and my stocking is going to be in Real Red. And then close that before I make a mess of it. And then my tree is going to be Garden Green. So of course I've chosen colors that coordinate with my paper. I love that about Stampin' Up! Everything matches. And our punches. So punch out the stocking. Now you're like, couldn't you have just stamped it on your squares? Yes, I could have, except I am actually going to pop those up. So we're going to do a double pop up. And where are my mini dimensionals? I just used them the other day for What's Up Stampers. Drats. Those are gone. Okay. All right, well, here we are. I will just cut them and all will be well. So we're going to pop these up. So we have a little double pop-up action happening. I'll put my tree up here. And then here's my stocking. I want to see yours in the comments. I'd love to see what you came up with to stamp on your little squares. And I am going to put that at a bit of an angle there. So I would love to see what you got going on in your project. And then I am going to add this to my card base. Should have really had my card base ready before. I'm just so excited. It's so dang cute. So cute. And I love white on white. It is actually so striking when you do that. And so there it is. Just a little cheer on my Stamp Together Saturday card today. Love the layout and love the opportunity to use some little strips of Designer Series paper. Thanks for joining me. I should be back live next week. So I will see you then. Until then, stay happy with a little cheer.